Day one, we arrive at our outpost, and we thought it makes sense to secure the most local ones to us, so we stretched out to the nearest generators and factories in order to get our land that we needed. My superiors also wanted me to control 2 more factories to our east and also 2 more factories to our west. I don't think I could get our men out there fast enough, but we're going to give it a shot. But it's looking unlikely.
Good day, citizens. A short update today. Most submarines are still underway to expand our great nation in the name of our queen. Queen Rachel has promoted Seymour Tickham as our first intelligence officer, giving us superior insight into the locations and happenings in our area.
And it's already begun. Like, people are being really nice. I'm not paranoid or anything. Usually, usually when I get paranoid, I do things like get drive-through. So, thanks. Usually I just don't get drive-through in the morning. There's something about this game that really makes me feel safe. And not at all stressed out or paranoid or anything.
Well, we're coming up on the end of day one, and almost everything is going according to plan. Justin has kept to our agreed-upon borders. The drillers there in Garfield kind of worry me, especially since that factory is going to keep making more. Hopefully he pulls some of those away. And, oh, gosh, I just noticed he has a martyr there, so I'll have to watch out for that. Hopefully it's not coming at me.
Well, it's the first morning after we started Subterfuge, and things seem to be going pretty well and pretty much as expected so far. Everyone that I spoke with ended up doing what we agreed on, and so it looks like, at least temporarily, alliances are holding true.
Everyone seems to be sticking with their agreements, so I'm spreading out a little and heading north because that is where there's the most space.
It's exciting. It's all starting. Day one is usually a land grab. And in my case, I've made peaceful arrangements with my neighbors so we could coordinate who's kind of taking what and having peaceful border agreements from the go.
So today we're just continuing on with the land grabs. Nothing really happening so far. Not quite sure what's going on with Gary. He seems rather aggressive.
Day 1, hour 4. I'm moving all of the troops to protect our queen because it looks like she's actually stranded alone by herself. In the process, though, of capturing one of the farther factories, it looks like we're having one of our first accidental clashes with Plumpy Thimble. It's not looking all that great. In the process, though, it looks like Plumpy Thimble doesn't want to have a war break out on his hand early, so he's actually going to be sending these guys as recruitment, so we're going to have new people aboard our outpost.
And I found out that there are such things as owned neutral territory. I found this out because Late to the Table informed me that he was being aggressive because I had gone after his neutral territory, so I'm learning a lot.
Daniel, I don't trust at all. He's done nothing to me yet. Still don't trust him. Can't really put my finger on why, but, sometimes you just have a feeling for these things.
So I had to ask Plumpy Thimble the hard question. Did he want to go against Blue Cube and also Peace Love to basically assure us that we don't have to worry about anything on our borders, we just have to defend against theirs? In this exchange for trust, I also sent him troops to Adams, and in exchange he just sent some of them back, but he could have a good amount of them.
Over here, Steel, same, kept to our borders. Kai-chan has a little too many troops for my liking, but I have 2 factories right here, and they produce drillers fast enough. I think I can keep myself safe. Also, Pikmin up here looks like the same kind of situation. Champino is going to produce a lot of drillers right next to one of my places, but I have 3 factories nearby. I can probably keep that relatively safe.
Blue Coop Games not giving us Serenity yesterday has turned out to be a blessing, as Meeple Academy and Plumpy Thimble have launched submarines to stake their claim on Serenity as well. We are provoking Blue Coop to take action in hopes of a conflict between the 3 nations.
But heading to the north has become more of a problem. Meeple's Academy and Plumpy Thimble are both heading to Serenity, although they're sending smaller forces, so I shouldn't have any trouble taking it, but this might start a war.
Other skirmishes have broken out as well between Lay to the Table and Bort Pep, and it seems a time of general upheaval. We should stay out of it all to give ourselves an economic advantage for Semicoptopia.
Day 1, hour 11. Pep is looking like he's approaching one of my western factories that I was going to claim. I asked him nicely to see if he can leave the area, but it doesn't look like he's going to budge.
So I did end up taking Nautilus since we couldn't come to an agreement on territory, and also as such, I decided to head towards Kybers. Now it looks like there is a group of drillers with a specialist heading to Kybers, and that specialist will automatically kill 5 troops in combat.
I really have to have curbs. I don't think I can feel safe allowing Pep to take control of both of these factories nearby me and then leaving me with nothing and my queen by herself in that area. I'm going to see what I can do to rush over to that area, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it in time.
Just to be safe, I sent my admiral, who travels twice as fast, and he would have gotten there first.
It looks like Pep took this move to take curbs as hostile, so I don't think he's going to let me take it. He's already sending troops over to curbs to overtake it, and he's also sending in reinforcements from his other places.
But he retreated anyway, so that's all good for now. After that, I don't know what's going to go on. We haven't really communicated past that initial bit.
In the process of me trying to conquer over curbs, I was able to get my troops there quick enough to get there before Pep, but he sent way too many extra troops to fight me back, so I had to retreat and head back to my headquarters. At least they survived.
So I think I'm just going to turtle in and see if he says anything. If he wants to negotiate, maybe I can back off a little bit, but otherwise I'm going to keep the bulk of my troops in these 3 locations here.
What's rough is that his helmsman is single-handedly defending all of his outposts and keeping me at bay, not allowing me to really do much at all in order to attack him or anything.
Oh, hey YouTube. I got a kind of sorry JT, a crummy map set up, and like my 3 mines I started with are all up north, like kind of far away from my factories, so it's a real pain in the butt to protect them. So luckily with JT I was able to kind of, you know, basically do a trade.
As for the angle that I am going for this game, I mean, I'm peace-loving games. I'm all about playing. I'm going to be ruthless. I'm going to take what I can, and everything is going to be pretty much to my own benefit. And if someone else benefits from things that I want for myself, so be it.
To my north is Mr. Steele, and I've made an arrangement with him that I'll take Hook and he can have Wallace, but he got back to me and said, no, you go ahead and take Wallace.
Meeple's Academy is coming in, taking Wallace, I think it is, and, you know, because maybe I gave him a heads up that it was free for the taking, we might have a semblance of an alliance. It's just a truce right now, according to him, but we'll see.
Over to my west is Plumpy Thimble, so I coordinated with him, and I'll be taking Osage and Fam. Down south is Semi-Co-op, led by Admiral Upton Pickman, and so I coordinated with them to take Soren, and they will take Adria. So we're kind of close together down south there, and I'm really close with Steele, so we'll see if any of those hold.
But I did neglect to speak with my Eastern Front, which is Jay. And I'm not sure if he took it as a sign of aggression, because he sent a significant amount of subs to a factory that is now in dispute. I tried to speak to him to kind of clear things up and let him know that I didn't really have any intention in doing that, and that it was kind of just negligence on my part that I didn't speak to him, which is the truth.
Had Justin not reached out to me, I was definitely going to start going after those other factories. But right now, I may lay off. I may. Just might.
But I decided to reach out to Blue Cube, who is just north of both of us, to maybe try and get a sense of what's going on, what they perceive the situation to be, and maybe pump a little bit of information about Jay. So, anyway, we'll see what happens.
Right now, my borders with Semi-Co-op, JT, and Late to the Table seem to be all right. We have agreements more or less in place. But once I take these over, my border will be right up against them, so I will definitely have to fortify that. I haven't yet talked to them, so I don't know if we could come to an agreement. But if I have an agreement with everyone I'm surrounded with, I will be trapped, so can't be friends with everyone.
In the process of me worrying about PEP, it looks like Blue Cube secured the 2 factories to my east. And it looks like in the same exact time, Peace Love took over Athi, which is roughly about northwest of me. And it looks like at this moment I have nowhere else to go, and I'm already surrounded.